Hi, today will be nutrition number 1 about minerals. So these are the things I learned from a book called Nutrition for Sport and Exercise by Mary Dunford and Andrew Doyle. It's about minerals, so I found from the minerals chapter. Okay, general things about minerals we have to know. Number 1 is minerals compete with each other for absorption and consumption with other nutrients. So for example, the calcium, iron, zinc, copper, and magnesium use the same binding agents and cellular receptor sites. So in the intestine, they will compete with each other for absorption. Normal. So if we 70% of the potassium, 70% of the phosphorus is absorbed in the intestines. But some women, they have low phosphorus in the blood, so the absorption will increase to 90% because the body recognizes there is too little, so the body also start to absorb more. And zinc reduces the absorption of iron. Right, so we see some examples of competition, and food is better than supplements because there is less competition. The more we eat, the less is absorbed. Okay, uh, and phytic acid of the form of phosphorus and oxalates found in plants inhibit the absorption of iron, zinc, calcium, magnesium by binding with the minerals and blocking absorption. So be careful of food like spinach, seeds, nuts, beans, and legumes. Yeah, this one can block the absorption of minerals. When you eat meat with vitamin C, the vitamin C absorption increases. Okay, so eat orange with meat lah. And then most reports on clinical mineral deficiencies are from poor countries. So clinical mineral deficiencies means very serious means you have to go to hospital, clinical lah. So normally only poor countries have lah, okay, because they have very limited food Africa and all those. But in developed countries, normally this problem doesn't arise. So now about iron, calcium, and magnesium. Iron is Fe lah, okay. Many people have subclinical deficiency in Fe. Subclinical means not so serious. No need to go to hospital yet. The symptoms are fatigue, decreased exercise endurance. So you will feel tired, right? Because iron forms part of your red blood cell. Red blood cell is the cell that transports oxygen in the body. So it is very common in athletes. Those people exercise a lot. Okay, and now about calcium. Many people also have subclinical deficiency in calcium. So calcium and iron okay, have this very high deficiency rate. These people who have low calcium will have osteopenia, which is low bone mineral density. About estimated 30% of men and 49% of women aged 50 years old and older in the US have it. Yep. So it's limited to iron and calcium Okay. Some surveys indicate magnesium also can, but surveys are not conclusive. They are only indicative. Okay, because surveys they ask people what they eat, they ask people about their diet, and then they see whether it is enough or not. Now zinc. Zinc is very hard to test in the laboratory. Okay, because zinc is combined into higher enzymes When zinc is combined to enzyme, it's very hard to test in the lab. So initially there will be no symptoms, but later you will have poor appetite, poor wound healing, and dermatitis. Dermatitis is infection of the skin, skin infection, And if it's very serious, you can have your taste, you can have impaired taste or night blindness. It is hard to diagnose also because many medical conditions have the same symptoms. But those who have cirrhosis of the liver, scarring of the liver, will often have zinc deficiency. Okay, now we go to bone. There are at least 8 minerals involved in the formation of bones. For example, calcium, magnesium, iron, zinc, copper, potassium, and fluoride. Fluoride is like in the toothpaste, why they put fluoride in the toothpaste. Because copper, it forms collagen, right? Fluoride forms the crystal structures in the bone. Magnesium is found on the surface of the bone. So, and vitamin D is considered the most important vitamin for bones. Okay, so the bones are constantly remodeling. So they are as we grow older, remodeling means they are breaking down the bone every day. The bones is being broken down and is being reformed again. So as we grow older, the loss is more than the formation. So you get weaker bones. Trabecular bones, which is the soft bones, normally they are the strongest at 20 to 30 years old. And cortical bones, which are the hard bones that means like the hand, the leg, the thing that take stress, carry weight is reach their peak at 30 to 35. So how to take care of our bone? Okay, if you are children, you need to have enough protein because amino acids build the matrix around the bones, and protein also build hormones like IGF-1. If you are old, you must eat enough protein also, because they find that those who have low protein diet often have bone demineralization. So protein and calcium, bone calcium is linked together. If you want to exercise, it's better to do high impact exercise like heavy lifting or sprinting, like basketball. When you jump, the legs high impact. So because the stress will strengthen the bone, and then the bone will become stronger. If you do low impact like cycling, swimming, okay, there is no resistance, low resistance, so it would not build strong bones. And many long distance runners have low bone density. They think it's because of the low energy, the low calorie conditions, because they are always very tired, so the body also never bother to build strong bones for them. Like you see all the marathon runners, all the African, they are usually always very thin and very light, okay, because their bones are low mineral. Okay, for those who have menopause, when there's low estrogen, the calcium will be taken from the bone, okay, to maintain the calcium balance in the blood. So it's important to eat enough calcium. Calcium don't leave the body that easily because 50% of the calcium is bound to proteins. And the remaining 50% is used for nerve and muscle function. ECF is the extracellular fluid. When there's low calcium in the blood, the hormone PTH will activate calcium pumps on bone membranes to move calcium to the blood. Okay, why they move calcium to the blood is because this calcium is required for the heart. If there's no calcium, your heart will stop pumping. Okay, and your muscle will stop. Your cells will be affected, all your cells. So you need proper concentration of calcium. So they will take the calcium from the bone, right? And then the kidney also will store more calcium, will prevent it from going into the urine. About 30% of calcium eaten is absorbed. So absorption is based on vitamin D. So if you got high vitamin D, then maybe your absorption will be about 50% lah, 40-50%. If you got low vitamin D, maybe it's about 10-20%, you know. So it's you want vitamin D lah, so you can absorb the calcium. Children different lah. Children, they can have higher absorption, up to 75%. So is it good to eat calcium supplements? There is a risk. If you eat too much, you can get heart attack. Okay, but it is recommended for women above 70 years old lah. Okay, and after 35 years old, no matter how much calcium we eat, it will not make our bones stronger anymore. Okay, and many people eat too little calcium lah. Okay, because calcium is found in like milk, like dairy, vegetables, tofu. Okay, so in conclusion, what must we do? Right, so eat enough calcium lah. Okay, if you want strong bones, you must start young. If you wait too old, 35, you cannot change anymore. And you must do high impact sports lah, like you know, those carry heavy weights lah. Like if women over 70 will often need calcium supplements. Of course, you can eat high protein also lah, high protein diet lah. Vitamin D is the regulator lah for calcium absorption. And we must eat more iron if we exercise a lot. Okay, zinc reduces the absorption of iron, so don't simply take zinc supplements. Magnesium is normally no problem, but based on surveys, there might be problems lah. Okay, in the general population, but it's not conclusive. And some people, like they have cirrhosis. Some people will have zinc deficiency lah. Okay, too much minerals like calcium can cause heart attack lah. So make sure you can eat supplements, but supplements cannot overeat also. Okay, thank you, bye.